The first one that says we're old. It's getting put out.
Does experience count? Because some people have been guiding using experience.
You call us wise?
Sure, okay.
Yeah. Like a fine wine. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Old? Yeah. It's a little different, Sophie. It's a little personal. You can call the coach old.
Cheryl just kind of told us that last loss was the toughest for her. I don't know if you rank them or anything like that, but she just said with how close that you were, that was the toughest to handle. Do you agree? Do you put it in those terms?
In terms of her, her career, or in terms of her time here?
I think both.
I would concur, and I would understand it if that was her sentiment. This group really wanted badly the championship last year. They really wanted to repeat, and we're on a mission all season long. And you saw that with having the best regular season record that we had of any season that we had together. As good as we were in past seasons, we had the best last year. And so, as a group, the total group, it was something they wanted badly, and so to fall short, I can only imagine how it felt for them. I know for me as their coach, tremendous disappointment that I just couldn't get us over the hump, to get the separation. Will haunt me forever. The same way as players on the court, it's more about, I'm sure they replay plays in their mind, that they wish they could have back. But it's part of life. You don't get everything you want, and it gives you perspective on things. It also, it's what we've always talked about. What happened at the end of that game is what we always talk about. We want to be on the right side of, which is you got to have a cushion. You got to have a cushion. If you don't have a cushion, then you open yourselves up for things to happen. Whether it's a call that doesn't go your way, or whether it's a hustle play that Nneka Ogwumike makes that wins the game for him. We pride ourselves on being the team that accomplishes that, and it wasn't us, it was LA, and they deserve to win.
Cheryl, is there a benefit to having, we'll call it an experienced roster? I think there's 5 players on the roster who've been in the league more than 10 years.
Yeah.
What's the benefit of that?
Well, come to training camp. Visit our training camp and then visit some of the other training camps, and you'll see the benefit. It's just, everything is easy. They've been there, done that. We don't have to drill down into minutia, to teach. I don't have to explain to them how it feels to compete at a high level. Watch the rookies when you come to training camp, and watch the veterans that have been here for 10 years or more. And you'll just see that it's just the gap. It's unbelievable in terms of the knowledge that group has. But they have the hunger too, and they've got the passion. And so that's a really dangerous set of ingredients, is to have all that, and to have that fire still burn so bright inside of them. That's what makes our group special.
Do you have to coach differently when you have the experience, and then also it's such a large gap between the experienced players and the rookies?
I have found myself being a little bit more towards the rookies in the first couple days, because you want them to feel comfortable, because the sooner they get comfortable, the more you'll get to see from them. So it's a better evaluation rather than losing them the first day. So we try to, ask our veterans to kind of bear with us. I think it was Simone that was like, all this talking, it's just part of it. She's not used to being here this early. That's what we do, Simone, when you're not here. We got to tell everybody. This is, and so also too, I want our veterans to enjoy being in training camp. And so there's that balance. So we've tried to strike that. I don't know if we've, reached it to the level that satisfies the vets or not. But I think we're in a place right now where we're on go. We're really considering, are we ready to play our first game? And if we're not, what still needs to get done? Let's get it done. And then the rookies that can hang with us, those are the ones that separate themselves, that maybe they're good enough.
We saw last year when that offseason off a different way, and how well she played last year. Do you see it having a similar impact on Simone this year?
I don't know. Simone didn't go through the same thing. Simone didn't have the same resources available to her. She wasn't here. She was in Baton Rouge, doing, working out, but it wasn't the same regimen, if you will. With the same goals that Lindsay had last offseason, because Lindsay had USA basketball training camp in February that she was getting ready for. Managing a WNBA offseason for the first time can be challenging for a player. They don't know what to do with themselves. The first part of it is excitement that you don't have to go overseas, and you're visiting your family, and you're eating, and you're doing all that. Then you hit the reality, January's hitting, and you're kind of going, okay, I got to get ready. And how to train by yourself is not easy. And what has to happen and to get yourself ready. And most players don't understand how to do it at a high level. Lindsay, this is home for her, and so she has an advantage of, you know, she gets to have her family nearby, and she has this amazing facility and all the resources that go with it. So I think Lindsay has an advantage when it comes to that, but I do think that the time off was great for Simone. I think she looks really good, but probably has still a little ways to go to catch up physically to be in game shape, which is to be expected. Same thing for Maya. Maya, I know, worked out, you know, but again, Lindsay had, you know, guys here playing pickup, and you know, we joked that she got to play in a celebrity game, so we sure that was challenging. And so, but I tell you what, I think that the only one that was playing it like a real game was Lindsay Whalen. If you know Lindsay Whalen, she doesn't care what it is. You know, she's, I don't know what, you know, what celebrity she was playing with. I'm sure she was saying, "Come on, you know, let's go." And she came back saying, "Yeah, I was kind of like that." She just wanted to play. You know, she wanted them to execute what they were doing. So.
It might not have looked like it, but I bet some of those people were treating it like a real game.
Oh, yeah.
Just, you know,
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of pride on the line there too. You know, you're on a big stage there, national TV. So.
Cheryl, just a few minutes ago, Sil said that when she's focused and determined, she can't be stopped.
I couldn't agree with that more.
She also joked about how you keep trying to get her mad so that she'll be focused and determined. I know you talked about it a little bit, but I mean, you would like her to go from being great to being kind of unstoppable.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's that process?
Yeah, I want it to be that there's no scheme that she can't handle, or that our team can't handle, because I think that was the one I told her that there's no reason why we shouldn't have been able to have more of an interior presence in the LA series. And so it requires Sylvia to evolve more as a player so that we can do that. And then also, you know, it requires me to have a greater emphasis in getting her the ball in good spots. You know, but it can't be that I have to only get it to her in this spot because we can only do this when she gets it. She's got to be able to, every time she gets a touch, that, you know, something really good happens, whether it's creating for someone else or, you know, she's just got to move that, you know, that is you know, going to be a three-point play, or at least get to the foul line and make her free throws. And Sil's not one that I really enjoy trying to make mad, but I'm willing to do whatever she needs. You know, if you're around Sil, you know, she's my biggest challenge as a coach, because you know, I have an edgier side, but you know, usually when my edgy comes out with her, I tend to feel bad shortly after.
She said she rolls her eyes.
And well, that's funny. You know, when she's rolling her eyes, it's a good thing, because I know it rolled off her back. That's not always the case. You know, when she rolls her eyes, I know, you know, it's kind of a good spot, and she's on the edge. I need her to be on the edge, but you know, every coach would love her to, you know, do that without needing the prodding. But like I said, I'm happy to be the prodder if needed.
You felt in that LA series that maybe you didn't emphasize the post enough.
Yeah, you know, and there's reasons. You know, it's one of those things that you look back. There's reasons for it. You know, and I hope those reasons go away. I hope that we're in better position to feel greater confidence about what's going to happen with different coverages and that sort of thing. And it's on us as coaches. You know, it's one of the reasons why we hired the way that we did when Jim left. We put a great emphasis on attracting people that were great player development coaches. And both James and Walt have a tremendous commitment to it. They're terrific at it. They're terrific teachers. And yeah, and I think that Sil will respond to that.
You said the other age and experience and all that, but those two combined with like chemistry.
Yeah.
How does that impact it? Because there's just the fact that they've played together for so long, that has to be one of the most important things. It
is. Yeah. I mean, anybody that watches us play, whether it's a coach that comes from the outside to watch a practice or people come to our game, that's just so organic, you know, that part of it, and how much they love playing the game of basketball, but more importantly, love playing the game with each other. This group is so special that way. Whether it's in practice, again, when you come to practice and you see in a drill the way that they celebrate success in a drill for winning a possession, that's my joy as a coach, that I want them to celebrate every success together. It makes it fun. Eye contact, physical contact. That group, you know, it's very natural to them, and it's something that we think is good for points in a game, and it gives us an edge every season.
You said the other day that whatever Maya did this offseason worked because she looks great.
Yeah.
What do you feel like she may have added to the game this offseason?
Well, I mean, I think that, you know, it's kind of the same thing with her as with Sil, that, you want to be unstoppable in anything, and I think her ability to handle the ball in a one-on-one situation to create an easier opportunity, because the name of the game is to get uncontested shots, not contested shots. We want uncontested shots, and your ability to change directions with the ball, whether it's making a move on a player and being able to get just a little bit of separation, a little bit of time. And I think that Maya, from what I've seen, is going to add that to her game. I think Maya's Maya. There's not, when you watch her work out and her skills, there's nothing that she can't do. And I think that she, as a veteran, is just seeking out ways to be more efficient in everything she does, and that's a great thing for us.
Simone said that she's working on her threes,
yes.
knocking those down. I mean, is that a big point of emphasis that you want to see her add even more and become more solid in that area?
Yeah, I mean, I think one, we need it.
Yeah.
We were 11th in 2 areas last year when it came to the 3 ball, and we can't be 11th in anything. And so I think Simone is a part of the solution to that. Both Simone and Lindsay, we tell them, you're going to be wide open. It's not like you're taking hard contested shots, and we got to take more of them, and we've got to be efficient from there. We got to get around 35%. We weren't bad percentage-wise. We were actually good percentage-wise. We just need to take more of them. And I just told Simone, the same thing I told Lindsay before last season. After the 2015 season, what I told Lindsay is, sometimes when you get older, you got to do some things that are easier. Shooting the ball is pretty easy. Shoot when you're open. And then when teams have to make a long closeout to you, your opportunities at the basket are easier versus if you're always going to be in a one-on-one, having to make a great move. That's hard. It's hard physically. And so we're looking at ways to kind of target for them to say, you can actually conserve some energy right here by doing this. And they're both, there's been tremendous buy-in. If you look at Lindsay Whalen's shots from last year, she worked so hard on the mid-range game in the offseason. She shot better than 50%. I think it was her highest field goal percentage in her career. But she wasn't getting layups. I mean, she still got to the rim at times, but her number one focus was, if you're not going to guard me in a ball screen, if you're going to go under, I'm going to make you pay. And she did a tremendous job of that. And then so same thing now for Simone. If you're not going to guard me to 3, I'm going to make you pay. So hopefully she can do that.
You mentioned the veterans staying hungry and that they're celebrating little things in practice. Where do you think that comes from? Because you look at some teams, no matter what professional sport, and you think that the veterans kind of get comfortable.
Yeah, I think it's just it's innate. I think that's the thing that we look for when we attract talent. I think that's what everybody should look for in business, whatever it is. Competitive people, because that doesn't go away. They're going to be competitive for the rest of their lives. That doesn't go away. It might change after basketball what it is that they're competitive about, but they want to win at everything that they do. And so it's very innate, and we just try to bring it out of them, collectively as a group. And there's not ever going to be a day that I have to coach effort with that group, ever. There's never going to be a day that I'm going to stress importance of winning a possession by getting a deflection or doing something small. This group, there's just tremendous buy-in with that, and they've been tremendous teachers to our younger players, the value. That's how we get it done. That's how we get it done. There's no, kind of, sexy way to it. It's a detailed, attention to detail every day, never relenting in that area. That's what makes them so good.